Do you want to know more about the laws of UX and increasing your knowledge about UX? If the answer is yes, please follow this video. Hi, I'm Antonio, and in today's video we will be discussing and reviewing another law of UX, the Hick law. What is neither efficient or elegant is when an interface provides too many options. This is a clear indication that those who created the product or service do not fully understand the user needs. Complexity extends beyond just the user interface. It can be applied to processes as well. Hick's law was formulated in 1952 by psychologists William Edmund Hick and Ray Hyman, who were examining the relationship between the number of stimulus present and an individual's reaction time to any given stimulus. What they found was that increasing the number of the choices available is going to increase the decision time for the users. Let's speak about the cognitive load for this Hick law. When engaging with a digital product or service, a user must first learn how it works and then determine how to find the information that they are looking for. Understanding how to use the navigation, or sometimes even finding it, processing the page layout, interacting with the UI elements, and entering information into forms are required mental resources. While this learning process is happening, the user must also maintain focus on what they intended to do in the first place. The amount of mental resources needed to understand and interact with an interface is known as cognitive load. This law should be taken into consideration more frequently for gaming and gambling sector, especially for apps, because many errors come because they didn't follow the UX law. If you check this image, you will see how the menu is structured in the bottom section of the image. But what happened? What happened is that we have a lot of elements as a menu and we cannot decide which elements we should interact with. In the next example, we will evaluate a menu. The problem is that the layout of this menu is not well distributed and could cause a lot of cognitive load for the user. If you check the image on the left, you will see the origin of this menu, but what I have done is create another version just using a simple wireframe. What I have done for this design is creating different components. In the different components you can have different elements within, but in this way we can reduce the cognitive load because you can separate the different elements in different spaces using the negative space and the positive space. That's why this example is working much better, because we can even use the collapsible tabs to expand and collapse, and in this way we can have information divided in a simplest way. To apply the Hick law, we can use the card sorting technique. This technique is going to help us to identify which elements are going to be placed into the menu depending of the user needs, because the user is going to group the element in different ways. So you can have open card sorting and closed card sorting. I'm not going to go in deep in this technique, but it's very useful. You can research more in internet. If you enjoy the content, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Additionally, I offer free mentoring sessions for professionals and companies on my ADP profile. Check the link in the description. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.